No Rihanna, but that to me amazing. It's getting hot in here. Take it off, baby girl, it's blazing.
I felt like a Spanish, like a Puerto Rican in this hair. I felt Puerto Rican. Y'all know I loves me some Puerto Rican. I felt Puerto Rican in this. Rican.
Hey my loves, it's Shay Styles again, back with another tutorial. So I hope you're ready. I will be teaching you how to do the soft lock bob. You will need small black rubber bands. I also like to use finishing sheen. It gives the locks a little bit of shine to them after styling. I like to start styling from the back, so I would take 2 from the back row and I would twist them right over left. It's very important that you're going right over left so that the lock keep its shape. Then you will pull the lock upward and then wrap it down. Make sure when you're wrapping it down that you're pulling it tight, not too tight to where it hurts the client's head. Tight enough so that you know everything is nice and secure. Since these are 24-inch soft locks, for the back row, you will kind of have to wrap the excess hair up and then secure it with a rubber band. So once again, I am twisting right over left. Then I am pulling the lock up and then wrapping the lock back down. And please make sure that it's nice and secure when you're wrapping down. After I wrap the locks, I am securing them with a small black rubber band, making sure that I put all the loose pieces in the rubber band so that no hair pops out the side. Please make sure when you're twisting your locks, you want to fill in the gaps. So as you can see, I turned the lock to the side and then I started twisting it down. And then I do the same thing, pull the hair back up and then wrap down. When you pull in the lock to the side, you're simply just kind of pulling one strand of hair to the direction you would like the lock to go, and then you will begin your twisting. Filling in the gaps are important because you don't want all the locks to lay on top of each other. You want them to fall in each gap so it gives the back a fuller look. For this row, I do the same thing. I pull the hair towards the middle so that the middle section can start getting full. And of course, I repeat the same process, pulling up and then wrapping it down. For this middle lock, as you can see, I'm just twisting it straight down because there is no hair right there. So I'm filling in that gap so that it won't be such a large gap anymore. And of course, I am measuring the locks to the other locks that I've already did, so everything is nice and even. And sometimes you may have a little flap. All I do is just fold that up and I secure it with the rubber band the same way I did any other lock. For this next set of locks, I do the same thing and pull it towards the middle, and then I begin the twisting process. After I complete the back 3 rows, I then go towards the side that will have the side part on it. So when I start making the side that has the part on it, I always twist the locks towards the back, just so that when she decides to tuck one piece behind her ear, it won't be as bulky. Today, I am not doing an asymmetrical bob, so all of her locks will be cohesive with the other side. Then for her lock that's right behind it, I just twist it straight down. But can we get into the view though? Like, I really love my window. I can see everything outside, and the grass is always so green. And this lock on the side, I measured it towards the back so that it can be even with the back row. So once again, I'm pulling this lock towards the back, and then I begin twisting. I measure this lock with the first lock that I did on the side, and then I do the same process. Pull up and wrap down. This next lock, I fill in the little gap that will be in between the first lock and then the second lock. This is where her part is going to be, so this last lock towards the front, I still twist it a little bit back, not too far back as the other ones. And then, you know, of course, I wrap up and then wrap down. Then I will use this last lock and fill in the gap. If you look at the lock that I did to start the part, you can see how it's falling down and isn't laying over any lock, so it's easy to maneuver if she wants to tuck it behind her ear. Please make sure them barrels are nice and tight. You do not want them barrels to unravel. And of course, secure them with a black rubber band. After I complete the side, I go back towards the back. So then I start on that next row. And then of course I am filling in the gaps and twisting down. This is just my technique on how I do my lock bob. So you can start wherever you'll feel comfortable, but I just like to do it this way so that I make sure that every gap is filled and it forms and falls the way I want it to fall. The more you go up, you'll kind of start noticing what gaps need to be filled. Fantastic. To make sure everything blends well, I take this next lock and then I pull it to the side so that it blends with the first half that I already did.
Fantastic. 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 Fantastic.
And please don't forget to fill in the gaps.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
We're almost done with the back, but as you can see how full it looks by just filling in all the gaps. Now we're on the side that will hang. So as you can see, I'm kind of counting off to see how many more twists I have to go and make sure every twist has a pair. So I don't usually count my parts. I usually just go by the pack. So I use about 4 packs of Nu Locs Bobbi Boss hair. I'm going to also put it in the description below. If you do want to count your parts, you know, that's perfectly fine as well. I just personally don't do it. So I still do fill in the gaps, but I also frame the face. So the locks that are, you know, around the perimeter of her hair, I always pull it towards the front so that it hangs and lays and frames her face correctly. I only pull it towards the front on the side that she wants her hair to lay. So if she all wants it to the right side, I only frame the face on the right side. I measured this lock with the first lock I already did, just to make sure that everything is even. This lock, I just twist straight down so that it fills in this gap. I take this lock and fill in the gap so that the back blends with the front. Here's a better view of me framing her face. So I twist the locks towards the front, and then I kind of measure it just a little bit above the lock I already previously did. If you look at the first locks that I've already done, you can kind of see that they are layered. I am purposely layering the locks so that it frames her face. And this is the finished product. If you love this tutorial, please leave a comment. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment section and I'll get back to you. Thank you everyone who watched my video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and share. Share it to everybody. Share it to who you think may need this. Share to your favorite stylist. Thank you all for your support and love. Blessings to everyone.